So
It's great.
Alex 19 isn't so great.
All right.
That was the most confusing video I've ever seen in my life.
I'm very ready for. I love watching Hacky play. I love his Sheik, but I also love John, and I also love upsets. But I also hate Puff. So I'm not really. Oh wow!
That reverse fair. Okay, so I play with Hacky all the time, and I don't know how he is so consistent on that fair, but he is almost always able to get the reverse from ledge whenever he wants it, and I find that absolutely nuts. So jab fair, very similar to jab up smash, only like with Fox, only not as deadly depending on the character.
Definitely a little bit easier to set up though, because Sheik's jab is really good. It's comes out frame 2. It's got a little bit more length to it. It's still a jab, so it's not a huge hitbox, but that could have been a follow-up. I think that John was just a little bit slow there.
I honestly think Puffs don't expect to get the drill very often.
No.
I think they go for it kind of just
a lot
out of pure
of
hope.
times I feel like Puffs are focusing so much on hitting the L cancel that they're it's pretty hard, honestly.
Yeah.
Even Mango says it is hard. He said he thought it was hard when he played Puff, and he was best in the world with Puff, so it's hard.
Hacky is able to run in there and get a grab. Not able to get too much off of it, though we'll see how long he can keep him in the air.
Hacky is really controlling center here. John's trying to fight his way back in. It's a little bit of dancing.
I find it interesting that he decided to go for a reverse back air as an approach, just because the hitbox out front, though it's still good, is not nearly as good as behind. Ooh, that scared me.
He was looking for something there.
Puff is just such a scary
I don't agree with that pound. He could have. I think that Hacky should have been ready for the pound because it's just a common option for Puff. He could have punished it pretty easily.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to go high, there's no reason to throw out a very laggy hitbox. Like, there it was different just because he was so much farther away from the ledge.
Yeah, it was pretty unpunishable.
Yep.
Nair out of shield. Sheik's quickest option.
Insane.
Yeah. It's really big. It's really fast.
The day
Pretty
you
strong.
learn that as a Sheik, you evolve.
These are quick fairs. I like how Hacky's playing this. He's really doing a good job of getting these quick 2-hit combos on Puff that are really fast and not hard to avoid, or hard to avoid, and then resetting the situation and doing another quick little 2-hit combo. It almost makes it seem like the string is longer than it is, but he's actually resetting the situation and then just going back in quickly.
Hacky seems to have great control of this game. He's not really dropping much of neutral.
That Nair is good. I think Fair would have killed if he found it, but the nice thing is that the Nair just covers a whole lot of space. When Puff is at this high percent, but he is also at high percent, it can be good to look for the bears and the fair and the Nair as opposed to the Fair, because of the fact that even though those two moves will probably kill a little bit late, falling with the up air, that's a pretty common Puff thing. Not really that good a lot of times.
Anytime Puff gets an up air, though, it's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
But they absolutely have to capitalize on that. If they're getting up airs and not getting anything off of it, then it's just not a good option anymore.
I don't know what John likes here. Yeah.
This is obvious. Like, with that argument, Puff's best counter
Yeah,
pick.
pretty typical. Wasn't really expecting anything different.
I
think that John needs to stop. He really needs to try to control the space a little better. Like here, he's doing it. He hits the back air, but instead of going forward with it, he's retreating back to center with it, expecting Hacky to try and run in and punish in some way. But you can't really, if you get hit by the back air, you can't really punish it that well. A lot of times you're just going to eat more back airs if you try to run back in.
Yep. That's the thing. I think it was Hungrybox who said if you get hit by one back air, just shield. Don't try and do something else. Just shield. Like, obviously you have to mix things up, but like, don't try and attack when Puff is just back airing. You have to like take a moment to reassess. So, Mahatma up.
I would like to inform you, Carl, that your comments cannot currently be read by John.
Here, I'll pass them on. Set says stay under him, John. Can't do shit there.
It is true. Most characters in this game don't really have a whole lot of priority coming down. However, the game does move really fast. It's hard to keep someone above you without getting a hit on them. You have to entice them to go above you, and then you have to keep them there. It's pretty hard.
One of the things when I was trying so desperately to see if the Peach Puff matchup was actually doable, which I'm sure it is, I just suck. I realized that if you're above Puff on platforms, Puff really, she has to come at you from either side. She can't come at you directly below, just because up air isn't good enough. You can down smash out a shield and get a lot of percent.
A good option when Puff is going for those, this is a really common wall formation, when they go for the full hop back air into another falling back air. If you stand there shielding, they can space it pretty easily, but wave dash forward shield or roll shield is really good, because a lot of times they won't react to the change in position, and you'll have gotten ground on them. So that's what Hacky tried to do. He actually got hit by the back air there.
There it is. I'm really liking the way Hacky is using his needles. It kind of reminds me of Samus using missiles, just because he's able to get them out so quickly and apply so much pressure with them that John has to do something. And a lot of times he doesn't have enough time to actually fully think about what he's going to do. Nair out of shield, not quite doing it. I couldn't tell if that was DI out or just no DI at all. Definitely seemed to launch him farther.
These needles are racking up a lot of percent, to the point where now, instead of just fair killing, Nair or back air will kill, as you just saw the Nair killed. Nice call out by John on that top platform.
Yep.
Reading the waveland.
Then now the Hacky just needs to do his best to try and get as much percent on this stock as he can. And
John needs to stop falling with aerials. It's actually it's really not. Hacky's really calling it out every time, so he's just getting punished for trying to fall on an aerial. He'll allowed to get shielded, or as Hacky just did, he down smashed before the up air even came out. So he really needs to start zoning and tomahawking and things like that a little more. Oh no!
Did I actually just see that? Is that SPEA? Is that SPEA? So he's gonna run it back to Dreamland.
I would get tilted by that. That would tilt me.
Oh yeah, I would be absolutely loaded. I think. Okay, I actually really agree with not going back to Dreamland as much as I thought he would, just because even if you have lost, there are obviously a lot of factors that could have gone into it, but if you don't know why you lost, it could have been the stage. It really could have been. Ooh, reading that roll.
Don't see a lot of those versus Puff. There's a couple famous ones.
You see Hungrybox when he plays just roll over and over again, and every time I see it, I'm like, how did you get away with that?
Mahatma's pretty tilted.
Yeah, you can definitely tell in that recovery he wasn't ready to do the air dodge up. But hopefully he's able to pull that back.
Good up air, sharking him really.
I think we're back now. We are having huge internet troubles today, and it's getting really frustrating. The Ethernet cable or the Ethernet setups on the tables aren't working at all. Like you plug it in and it's saying that there's no Ethernet anywhere.
Yeah.
And then the Wi-Fi just obviously is not optimal for streaming ever. But we will have this fixed by next beatdown. That is my personal promise. But today, there's just nothing we can do. Good fair, chasing him down with that. This is definitely doable. We'll see if he has the clutch factor that H-Box has. I would love to see it, but we'll see.
I really don't see, yeah.
Ooh, so close.
This looks pretty good.
Yeah. Hacky is
see, look,
crazy with his DI.
He's still trying to fall with those aerials. He's getting countered every time. He hasn't adapted to it yet. If he adapted now, it'd be a little bit late.
Downloaded. We'll see. He's really looking for an aerial to close this out right now. I really like that double jump back. He saw the shield and he respected it. That fair isn't quite going to do it.
I have a feeling Hacky's going to go out there.
No, but he's good. Oh, I really thought he'd back throw for some reason. I mean, obviously, that's not a good option, I guess. I'm just used to seeing him play against Fox. So that's a 3-0 for Hacky.